So a bit late to start, but we're just going to watch the Jamie air fryer program. See what it's any good. I can see a poppy or two pops up later. Making some little startery things. So my camera position is really weird. Sorry about that, I'll fix it in a minute. Just checking everything's behaving itself. So, yeah. Got an interesting little fish starter. To buy teeth out, you'll notice my air fryer is right behind me. Ninja. More reviews of that coming soon. I'll sit down. Oh. Let me turn everything down a little bit. There we go, that's better. So I like this. He's got beans, grating parmesan herbs into it. Baking it like a frying pan or casserole pan. Great idea. So he's got a tin of beans, some herbs, garlic in a tin of beans, in a air fryer drawer. Just tipped it straight in there, baking it away. And a piece of fish. Didn't quite see what it was topped with, because I was trying to get my stream set up. It looks very nice. There's wilted down some spinach for just a few seconds. Again, using the air fryer pan. Clever idea, I think. Squeeze of lemon over the top, just going to unite it. I saw a criticism yesterday that he always uses lemon and salt. I'm like, that's like the basis of cooking, isn't it? Salt, fat, acid, heat. I think that was the old cliche. That is completely true. Yeah, really tasty. Unfortunately, no one in my family likes fish, so I won't be making that one, but it looks great. Let's see what's next. So he's going on to baking something. Savoury scones. I love a scone, always. Baking a scone with cheddar cheese and chive, yes, I'm in. So we've just got flour in a bowl, butter, standard scone recipe. Baking powder, a little cayenne, far too much, but that's Jamie for you. Mustard powder, big fan of mustard powder. I've got some just behind me there. It's great in loads of things. A little Coleman's tin. Little tin of Coleman's mustard powder. Perfect. There's grating some cheese into that mix. It's going to be really nice. I can tell it already. Chives. I love chives. I've always got chives growing in the garden. That little onion flavour for no effort at all. Excuse me, just fiddling with everything, make sure it's working. So he's just shaped all that together, just butter, flour, baking powder, seasonings, herbs, shaped it into a round, cut it, brushing it with milk. Saves wasting an egg. And again, he's baking it straight in the tray of the air fryer. I'm going to leave that there because I keep using it. Yes, vintage dietitian. Coleman's Mustard is a iconic brand in the UK. Been going for hundreds of years in Norwich, a couple of 100 miles north of where I am. They used to have a beautiful little shop in the arcade that sadly closed, but their products carry on forever. So Jamie's hit that point where he's baking something in the air fryer and now he needs a reason to stay on screen. So he's just making a salad. It is a recorded program, it's not live. So he's just making one of his beloved salads. It looks like radicchio with lamb's lettuce, vinegar, oil. Yeah, he's just tossing that together. Very, very fresh. Just going to bring you forward a little bit. Now he's added some shredded apple to that salad. That is something I only started doing when Jamie started doing it, was apples in a salad. Lovely, fresh, sharp salad, sharp apple combined in a salad. Wow. Some celery hearts. Yeah, it's a pretty, I mean, Jamie adores his salad. He's not known for it, but if you look at his books, you look at his programs, he's always got sections on salads. He loves a salad, and he's got a really good video on his FoodTube site about how to construct a salad. And it's not about ingredients, it's about method. You know, get something crispy, get something soft, get something sharp, and yeah. I didn't quite hear what that was. It looks like goat's cheese, maybe burrata. So he's got a salad, cream cheese, just cream cheese. Nice shot of the Tefal product, making sure you know it's a Tefal air fryer. And I must admit, his scones have come out pretty epic. They've come out really well. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be making some scone sounds. I never decided in the old air fryer. Yeah, I'm always jealous of Jamie's earthenware. It's beautiful sea green plate with a pink rim. Looks delicious. Just by itself, forget about the food. Yeah, so he's got a cheesy scone. He's piling on salad, cream cheese dressing. So really, it's a snack that looks more sophisticated than it is. It's good. That's what Jamie's all about. Yeah, vintage dietitian. You can use loads of those hard fruits. And obviously with apples, you've got a full range of flavours from the really sweet, like your jazz or your pink lady. I know you're from the US, I don't know what varieties you have, but obviously you've got all the way up to those really sharp varieties, the Granny Smiths, etc. Cheesy scones with a nice salad. Is that an ad break? Time for an ad read. Okay, very good. I'll just mute that for a second. What did you all have for dinner tonight? I, no joke, used my air fryer completely tonight. I wish I'd taken a picture actually, but I was just focused on getting it out. I had a frozen breaded chicken burger. And at the same time, I wrapped a bulb of garlic in foil, cooked that at the same time, same drawer, and just did some oven chips on the other side. Then got a bun. When the garlic was ready and soft, smushed it into some butter, a bit of salt, and then smeared that over a nice brioche bun. Made a nice burger. As that was finishing, a rasher of bacon in there as well. A little side salad, just lettuce and tomato, very simple. Yeah, to make a garlic, I mean, I would call it a chicken Kiev in a bun. It's not really, but, you know, close enough. But what I was really pleased about was doing the whole thing in the air fryer, which, as you know, sounds like a sponsor. Pretty quiet, very consistent heat, very fast, and I've only got to wash those up. Technically, they can go in the dishwasher, but I believe it prolongs the life of the coating. So I'm not going to dishwash these if I can at all help it. So I've just dishwashed those. I'm going to hand wash those. I haven't had time since finishing eating and starting to live stream. It's 8:15 in the evening here in the UK. While we watch Jamie's air fryer meals and see what he's come up with. What's quite funny is in the break for this Tefal sponsored show, we have the very Ninja air fryer advert coming on in the ad break. That's quite funny. Very good. Down here in my corner of Essex, it's been really, really showery today. Lovely sunshine. Not very warm, about 15, 13 degrees. And then it's rained and hailed really hard for like 10 minutes and then stopped. Very odd. Vintage Dietitian, you're having veal cutlets tonight. Oh, veal. Veal is incredibly hard to get in this country. There was a big scare about it 30 years ago in the way they were reared, and ever since the public has never returned to veal. I love veal. If I see it in a restaurant, I get it, I order it. A lot of the old-fashioned Italian restaurants around here will do it. You'll get veal marsala or a lemon sauce, and it's one of me and my wife's favourite. Love a veal dish. Jay Stones, good to see you. Staunch supporter of the channel, good to see you, my friend. Vintage, get more things from the 1920s. You do surprise me. What else is going with that veal cutlet dish? So, for those of you just come in, we're watching the Jamie Oliver Air Fryer programme, and I believe the cool kids call it reacting. I wouldn't know how to do such a thing, so I'm just watching it and describing what I see. Most of you will know I'm quite a fan of Jamie Oliver, and I'm a recent convert to my Ninja Air Fryer, so I thought I'd give it a watch. If you want to come and watch along with me, that'd be great. Veal cutlet parmigiana, Jay Stones, very nice. Yeah, with a nice parmesan topping, bit of tomato sauce, lovely. You had to order your veal online, Vintage Dietitian? Well, yeah, you can get it in some of the more posh supermarkets here, but it's still, I went to my butcher and he was like, I'm not going to order it because I can't get rid of the rest of it. So when we see it, I'll get it. Okay, we're back on with the show. Rice croquettes, are they bound with like a bechamel, or are they bound more like arancini? What's he making? Chicken wings now. He's going to make chicken wings. Now, I know Poppy O'Toole is a master at doing chicken wings in the air fryer, so I'll be interested to see if she pops up. Oh, I tell a lie. Kerala style roast chicken. I'm going to predict this is going to be like the Empire chicken he did in Jamie's Great Britain. Now, God, I really should just leave this over here. I haven't yet tried doing a whole roast chicken in here. You can just about probably fit one in there, but it wouldn't have a lot of space, and that would be my big concern, you know, if the space for the convection to happen. So Jamie's making up a spice rub, standard garam masala type things. He's got a really good bird because the hocks are all yellow. Yeah, this is really reminding me of his Empire roast chicken. I'm going to leave this here rather than reach over there again. Vintage Thai dish, just make them like croquettes. Just make them like croquettes. That sounds like a Marco Pierre White recipe. He does things like that. If you ever watch the brilliant channel Anti-Chef, he had that issue with one of his oyster dishes at the weekend. A little Cornish hen, yes, or a quail or something like that would definitely fit, but when we're just pushing the price up, aren't we? Any recommendations for Sage food processor, Sunshine? Sunshine, I don't know if you're a subscriber or not. If you are, well, welcome back. If you're not, I've got at least 2 videos featuring my Sage food processor that I've had for 13 years now, I think. Might be 14 years this year. I think it's an absolute workhorse, an absolute beast. Wiz Pro or the Paradise 16? I know the one you mean. I've never used that other one. It's what it changes its name, doesn't it? Peel and Dice. It was called for a while. So I can't comment on the other one. I've never used it. I've badgered Sage lots of times. Sadly, the Peel and Dice kit doesn't go into the existing Wiz Pro. But I think to myself, what else could that machine do? Oh, it can peel and dice. That the Kitchen Wiz Pro couldn't do. It's an absolute monster of a food processor, and I have no regrets about it at all. It's a superb piece of kit. So if you can, and in fact, Sunshine, I don't know where you are. Whereabouts in the world are you, Sunshine? I don't your address, just which country are you in? And yes, Jay Stone's Uncle Roger does love Jamie Oliver. That's now anytime Jamie Oliver gets mentioned on the internet, Uncle Roger comes up. I should guess, actually, Sunshine, you've said Sage rather than Breville. So if you've said Sage, you're probably in the UK, because I think that's the only country they're known as Sage rather than Breville. You're in the UK, yeah. Honestly, go on during business hours, 9 to 5, go on to Sage's website and go to their chat support, and they should be able to point you to somewhere, particularly if you're near a major city, where they run demos occasionally. I'm not a Sage salesman, by the way, nor am I a Ninja air fryer salesman. So have a chat with Sage support, but given the age of the machines, you can pick up good bargains if you shop around. I don't think there's a problem with either of them. As I say, the Peel and Dice, you'll get those extra gadgets. Hey, peel and dice. Other than that, you're going to get a very powerful, very stable food processor. If you haven't done so already, I've got a couple of videos around the site that you can find. A full review from 4 years ago that I did it now, and hints and tips that I did over Christmas, I think. For anybody that just got their brand new one. Back to Jamie's recipe, he's popped his marinated chicken, he slashed it all over, got a little garam masala rub going on, popped it in his air fryer, and now he's making some sort of curry-based sauce. I missed some of it while I was talking to you guys, that's no problem. Chopped tomatoes, chopped onions, some herbs, a spice paste in a frying pan. Just going to sweat all that down and make a nice masala gravy, I think. They always say they should invent smell-o-vision, and I can smell his curry from here. It's just got that orangey yellow. The price difference considerable. I haven't looked lately. I do know someone popped up on my comments recently, and I mean like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and said they got a real bargain on the Kitchen Pro I think it was 240, I want to say. It was very cheap. Considering the RRP is 400. I would hang around and wait for an offer to come along. You do find quite a lot of them second hand as well, so that's worth considering. Hopefully they've looked after them, but it's an absolute beast of a machine, so it should just keep going and going. Sunshine, are there particular things you want to do with it? Is there particular jobs you're looking to offload? I tell you what I do. I do dough mixing, not with a dough hook type, but when I want to make like a short crust pastry or something like that. When I'm chopping vegetables, a lot of them, like I'm going to do a base for a stew, or if I'm going to make a coleslaw, if I've got a lot of grating to do, straight in, dead easy. At any time I'm looking, if I'm doing a bigger job, I think I'll get the sage out. So Jamie's just boiling up some rice now. He's put half a lemon there as it boils away. Great tip. I personally really like preserved lemons when I boil rice. I think the flavour coming out of them is amazing. Tinned coconut into his gravy now. So we've got onions, we've got tomatoes, we've got the masala spice base, some herbs, curry leaves by the look of it, and then coconut milk. I have got the volume on, but very quiet. Don't want to fall foul of some weird copyright law. Okay, now he's gone mad. He's taken a cucumber and he's sliced it, not all the way through, and he's tucked a chilli into it and sliced it along. He's just obsessed with chilli. Obsessed. Dough and chopping. Well, if it's dough and chopping, it's a great machine, Sunshine. Really is. Like I say, perhaps unless, money is no object to you, though you've said the price difference is considerable. I think they've discontinued the peel and dice as well. I think. Again, I was chatting to a Sage support person the other week. I got the feeling they've discontinued it. That's not official, so maybe they're relaunching it. I don't know, but you might find a good deal. I would, unless you like, you got it tomorrow. Hang around, watch the sales, watch the Black Fridays. If you know the site Camel, that's really good for tracking Amazon prices, and you can watch for when a sale comes on, get alerts. Jamie's got his fluffy rice now, full of lemon flavour. What's he doing now? He reckons his chicken's finished. Because I've been talking to you guys, I don't know the timings. It's a burnish old. That's got to be 45, 50 minutes in an air fryer, surely. Refurbished. Wow, that is a huge price for refurbished. They must have discontinued that one to get that price. Look up. I'm just going to bring up that paradise. I think so. Right. So the paradise is the new peel and dice that they've combined. Not sure I was aware that they'd actually recombined it. So that's when I was talking about they'd got rid of the peel and dice. It is a monster, an absolute monster. Yeah, they've effectively combined both of those into 269. 269 was Pro 15. I mean, it's not £220 better, is it? I don't think. It's not double the price, but it's more or less. It's not, I know, but close to. 269 is a great price, I think. If you're going to use it, it's an absolute beast. I don't think you'd regret it. If you did, they carry great resale value, so you can get a lot of money back for it, and then maybe trade up to a paradise if you see one. But wow, I didn't realise they were so expensive. That must be their replacement. I might see if I can hassle Sage, if I can get them to send me a demo model. They have done it in the past, but yeah, good find. Thanks, Sunshine. That's really interesting. I'll look that up tomorrow. So Jamie's plating up now. He's got his whole Indian-inspired Kerala roast chicken. He's got like a chickpea stew going on. He's got his masala sauce, some rice, a bit of roasted cauliflower. It's a great dish. I really hoped my man Tiger Rick would be in here. Another staunch Jane fan. So if you're around, Rick, good to see you. I finished dinner like an hour ago, and this is making me hungry. This roasted Indian curry type dish, really good. Very nice. We're heading into another advert break, so I shall mute so we don't get annoying Jet 2 adverts and the like. Wow, interesting. Some good stuff in there, and as usual, like, you know, Jamie's showing that most of these things don't need to be just oven chips, you know, in an I reheated oven stuff in here. But, you know, roasted garlic, cooked bacon as well. You know, I'm really trying to do more with it. I'll post a video about this in the coming weeks when I get around to it, but I cooked a lemon tart in my air fryer. I said I wasn't going to reach over, but I'm going to. My version comes with a probe, temperature probe, and that just like was catnip to me. Again, if you watch my videos, I always go on about using temperature probes, and having an air fryer with a temperature probe, I could not resist. Warranty for refurbished Sage motor. Don't know, Sunshine. Don't know. You'll have to get in contact with Sage. Depends who refurbishes it, I guess. Is that from Sage's site, or is that a third party? Yeah, so I got on with the temperature probe. So I cooked a lemon tart as per Hester's instructions. You take it to, I think it's 70 degrees, 74. I think it's 74 degrees, and it sets it absolutely perfectly. Again, if you haven't seen the lemon tart recipe, I've got a Heston versus Marco video. I don't know where I'm pointing, by the way, but I have got one, I promise you. Well, the weather's been pretty terrible in my corner of Essex today, but there is a pink sky out there, so fingers crossed for tomorrow. I was lucky enough to get out for a walk today, otherwise I think I would have been trapped by the rain. Terrible. You guys air fry out there? Who else uses an air fryer? They were obviously all the rage about 2 years ago, I think. Not to be that guy, but a Tefal Actifry in 2012, and I used it quite a lot. Still use it, if only a bit of it hadn't broke, which is why I replaced it for this Ninja model. Again, I waited for a really good price before pushing the button on. But I've been really pleased with this. eBay Sage approved seller. Caveat emptor is all I can say. Buyer beware. You've got to get in touch with that seller and have a chat. For me, I'm not you. For me, I would say to go from 269 to 486. I don't think you're getting over £200 more functionality out of it. But your money, your kitchen. You know what jobs you're saving. I know another food guy, big foodie geek, sadly doesn't post anymore. He uses his Sage relentlessly. Vintage Dietitian, glad the weather was gorgeous today. We've had storms all week. Yeah, there's definitely been remnants of storm weather around here today. We don't usually get storms in this part of the country. It's kind of a bit sheltered by the Thames, but you can tell because it gets very windy and rainy. Also, Vintage Dietitian, you have an air fryer, but still sitting in the box. I just want to break it out. Well, depending on how adventurous I feel, I'm going to try and do a number of these Jamie recipes as quick as possible and whack them up on YouTube, just to cash in on it basically and see what's going. As we cook in now, we're back from advert break. He's got his little teeth out. He's just done a joint of belly pork, I think, and ribs. No problem, Sunshine, no problem at all. Feel free, fire away with questions, and I hope you get the purchase you want, and I'd love to hear when you do get round to it what happens. So he's roasted, looks like a loin pork actually, not belly. Now look at it. Lovely crackling on top, absolutely top drawer. Oh, yeah, pork belly, sorry. Right first time. Nice. So we've got supermarket pork belly. Looks like he's going to cook it like little boneless ribs. I think supermarket pork belly is really underrated. It's so cheap. It's ridiculously cheap. It's really easy to overcook though. So I'll be interested. Gnarly pork with pineapple noodles. Gnarly is such a Jamie word. Okay, so he's just seasoning up some pork belly strips. Not a big one, though I've never seen one like that in a supermarket. Only butchers do that. Those fat finger type pieces of pork. And some spices. I think that was 5 spice he put on there. Put his air fryer on grill setting. Do I have a grill setting? Yeah, but I have a roast setting. I don't really quite understand what the word. Well, I know what the words mean, but what is roast versus max bake? I'm guessing just temperature. Anyway, he's just put some peppers in with these pork bellies. So he's got his pork belly slices seasoned up, some pepper, boom, in there. I don't think that's going to take very long. I would cook them for a max 40 minutes in a regular oven, so I'm going to guess 20 in the air fryer, but I shall review. Just some flat ribbon noodles on the go. Got a beautiful plate that I was jealous of before with the sea green rim. He's making another salad. I told you, he loves his salads. He loves his salads. Oh, you didn't know about the butter trick? Yeah, that's it's actually in the book you get with the sage, and I thought it was worth bringing out because a lot of people don't get that far in the book. I also think they got rid of that bit from the book later on. I saw a print online that didn't have it. And I mean, it's not something you do every day, but it means you can get a flavoured butter. Or if you've got cream on the turn, you can quickly make some butter and make use of it. So just grating in some garlic and ginger from raw into his salad. So I hope he's eating this alone. And of course he's grating chilli. Of course he is. Bit of mint. Now we're talking. Little honey. He's got everything in this salad. He's not holding back. It's going to be bold. Garlic, ginger, chilli, honey, soy sauce, oil. It's going to go really well with pork though. Again, I can just taste it. He's got the old little bit of fish sauce. He's actually using the brand. I'm sure she's not out there, but my lovely, lovely friend Mimi who took me to Chinatown, and we bought this brand of fish sauce from Chinatown. I've still got some in that cupboard over there. Okay, now Jay's cooking up some pineapple. Cutting up some pineapple. Just heading, peeling. I posted a pineapple video over the weekend, yesterday. Pineapple pizza recipe, worth checking out. That was Gordon Ramsay, that one. So now he's putting his pineapple in the other drawer of his air fryer. Excuse me. That's a really good idea. I love roasting pineapple. In fact, blowtorching, Vintage Dietitian, you commented on that for me. I think putting it in an air fryer is a great idea. Oh, I think this is a good one. I would definitely do this with less chilli. So it's got flat ribbons. Thanks, Vintage. I'm going to call you Vintage because Vintage Dietitian is too many syllables for me. So yeah, so we've got a salad that's got oil, it's got soy, it's got garlic, it's got ginger, it's got chilli, it's got honey, fish sauce, tossing it flat ribbon noodles that have been par cooked, some now chunks of cucumber, some shavings of carrot, and obviously he's going to have his roast radishes. He loves radishes. Spring onions. Yeah, this is bang up my street. A bit of pork, a bit of pineapple. This is a winner. And I can just about see the time. I think he did 15, 20 minutes on that. Yeah, so 15, 20 minutes for a really vibrant midweek salad. Nice. Oh, and now he's just drizzled a little honey on those pork belly slices as they finish. Give them a glaze, loads of sesame seeds. I bet he's not washing that one up. Honey on that surface there. No thanks. I've got asparagus. Wow, this is absolutely packed, this salad. It's all good things, all great stuff. Oh, fresh peas. And he's cleaning out his veg drawer, that's what he's doing. That is really nice though, really nice. Very tasty. I see that would also reheat really well for a lunch. And if you have a lunchbox you trust, carry it in that somewhere. Very nice. So it's got this roasted pork. It's been glazed with pineapple, with honey, sorry, and sesame seeds, and he's just slicing it up. And these little pieces of pineapple are all blackened on the edges. That's really nice. Really nice. Big fan. So I've got this pork and pineapple noodle salad. Sounds great. Oh man, I wish I had the copyright to show you the pictures. It's a great looking dish. I'm sure it'll be up on his website. I think I put a link to the recipe page of his site in the description. So have a look. Good to see you tuning in. If you're watching at home as well in the UK, let me know. What do you think? Good recipes? Duff. You probably wouldn't be watching Jamie if you didn't think the recipes were any good, because you probably already know if you like his recipes. You know, and I should say this in a video sometime, but he has his detractors, but his recipes are bulletproof. They're always tested to destruction. Always. Oh, that's really good. Nice. I think we're entering... Oh no, we've got a Poppy O'Toole moment. Good old Poppy, she's amazing. She became the potato queen on social media. I, of course, big spud, super jealous. But what can I say? She's nailed it, absolutely nailed it. She's had 2 books so far. They're both great. I recommended them both in my books of the year list. Her air fryer one is really, really good. Covers all the basics. Cheese and pancetta potato skins. Yeah. She just got some jackets, oiled up, salt, pricking them all over. In the Tefal air fryer. 200 degrees, 20 minutes. So just cooking that potato completely through, making it nice and crispy. Excellent stuff. Yeah, so she's just made a jacket or baked potato. Scooping out the middles now. I haven't had filled potato skins in ages. I find them quite summery, so perhaps that's why. So the mash in the middle, it's just buttered, seasoned. And she's adding mozzarella and cheddar to this potato mix. If you have watched my short, you'll know I was in Cheddar Gorge last week. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. And I had some cheddar made in Cheddar Gorge. I just couldn't not do it. Really creamy, really delicious. I was staying in a hotel, so I didn't really take any cheese away with me. So they sold little packs of cheese. You could just snack on it. That went down really well. Just put little bits of pancetta now in our potato skins. Putting that potato cheese filling back in the air fryer. Dead simple. Makes me think of somewhere like TGI Fridays. It's exactly the sort of starter they would do. Oh, I love her enthusiasm. You know, whenever she appears on TV, Poppy, bless her, she gets a load of stick from absolute morons. She always posts it on Instagram. She was on Celebrity Mastermind the other week and got a load of rubbish. But bless her, she's great. Real force for good. Yeah, really delicious vintage and so simple. Just potato skins. Nothing. We're not sexy food here, but really, really fun. Nice. Might put that on the side of one of my dinners this week. Yeah, so she's just eating it and invited you to listen because the crunch noise was so high. Very good. Okay, we've had advert break 3 of 3, just starting. So just one more advert break, due to finish in 13 minutes time. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Getting some good ideas, and that's what I like about food programs: is getting ideas, getting inspired, and yeah, as we all know, the air fryers aren't going away. They don't seem to have been like a trend. People love having them around, and they're so versatile, more than just oven chips. And I can't wait to see what else we're going to get out of this. I made a whole steak dinner in mine the other week, which again, I did a video on, but lost the audio. So I'm going to see if I can recover it or voice over it and see how it comes out. I'm a bit annoyed by that. But again, my handy probe into the meat, and that went off and cooked it until it was a perfect temperature in the middle. It was really good. So yeah, I hope to do that video soon. Vintage, thanks. One of the reasons for getting this machine is I knew I could think of a whole bunch of things I wanted a video about it straight away. Not least, just letting people know what I think of the device. Short answer, pretty good. It's a great. If you're going for an air fryer, I was a bit reluctant to the Ninja name. I hate it when there's just one brand name. Everybody says Ninja air fryer, don't they? They're on the verge of becoming the Hoover of air fryers, if you know what I mean. So I was always a bit reluctant for the name. So I was a bit on the fence. I kept reading reviews, I kept watching videos, and I ended up with Ninja because I thought, yeah, actually, if it does everything it's supposed to, then we're all good. Okay, while we're on an advert break, I am just going to switch over microphones because I can see my battery lights coming on, so I'm going to have no sound for just a second. And hopefully we're back. If I'm not, this will be the worst part of the show when you can't hear me. Might be the best. If you are out there, let me know you can hear me. That would be really great. This advert break is placed so late. We're going to have, and then for those of you in the States, it's going to sound weird to you, but the advert breaks are pretty much on the 15, 30 and 45 of the hour. There's a maximum amount of minutes you're allowed advertising per hour in the UK. So I'm surprised this one's so late. Very weird. This is, thank you Vintage. This is one of two programs. It's a two-parter, so there'll be another part next week. And I hope, fingers crossed, technology permitting, time permitting, all the rest of it, I am able to stream again next week and we can watch the second one all together. Or at least you can watch me watching it. Reacting, or that word again. Okay. Back in with the one. Surely there's only time for one more recipe. Surely. Eggs, hot cross buns, peaches, bread and butter pudding, baked Alaska. Okay. Not sure what he's going to do about the Alaska part. So he's got a hot cross bun, spread it with chocolate spread, peach slices from a tin. Okay, oh, he's doing like a, here we go, here comes. He's kind of already told me what to do, so after having shown it in 30 seconds like a short or a TikTok, he's now going to do it in full. Oh well. So you put a square of greaseproof paper down, and that makes sense because you're going to have to lift this in and out of your air fryer, and that is a thing I've found, is trying to get under it with an implement. I do have a couple of fun gadgets for doing that, which I'll show you another time. So it's got a hot cross bun. There obviously you could use a croissant or a brioche bun or a crumpet. Put some booze onto the bread. Now he's spreading it with chocolate spread. That's not very him, actually. It's a bit indulgent for him. Anyway, using tin peaches. I do like a tin peach. Del Monte, of course. So you've got a little hot cross bun, chocolate spread, tin peaches on top. And now he's going to knock up the Alaska part, the whippy egg white bit. So, you know, not really air fryery, he's just making a meringue. Egg whites, salt, and he's whisking up. And he's just going to add sugar, so a standard meringue recipe. Yeah, he's just made a standard meringue recipe. Those of you that made meringue before. It's got that lovely shiny glossy peak when you lift a spoon out of it. Think of meringue like a sleeping bag. That's what he said. But I haven't made Alaska in ages. I'm getting loads of retro ideas here. Putting a blob of ice cream now on his peach little toasty thing. And now just dolloping it with meringue. This is the hardest bit actually. He's going to be great at it, I know. But if I did it, it'd be slipping all over the place. I know it would be. Yeah, just now sculpting the meringue around his little mound of bread, peach and ice cream. He loves being a bit naff as well. He's got a spoon and he's kind of dabbing at the meringue so it makes all pointy bits. Funny. I kind of miss the timings, but it can't be very long because all you're going to do is brown the meringue. So he's lifted it. He's lifted it to put it into his thing. It looked a right palaver, to be honest. I would have formed it something offset to put it in there properly. But there you go. Yep, just baked it in the air fryer. Jamie was born in the 70s, so he loves all those retro 70s recipes, the baked Alaska being one of them. And just for fun, he's now roasted some hazelnuts in the air fryer, just bashing them up as a topping. Can't blame him. Can't blame him. I said about there being a little gadget you could use. It's one of his branded tools that I have. I'll show you another time. Hey, he just said no need for a blowtorch. I feel offended. Nice. So yeah, that's a pretty sweet idea actually. So all the air fryer is doing for you there is just colouring the outside of your meringue. That's all it's doing. Nothing wrong with that. Again, just showing you the possibilities. Wafts it in his gob. Nice. Yeah, and that's the good thing about Alaska, isn't it? You've got those hot parts, those cold parts. Yeah, the hot crust bun bottom, which is starting to become now hard to find. Now we're in late April. Easter is well. Is that the end? Yeah, I think that's the end. Just making sure, yep, there we go, the outro. Very good, well, that was very enjoyable, and thank you all for joining me while we watched that. Lots of interesting inspiration here. I hope to crank some of those out on the channel as soon as possible. Really interesting. I hope you enjoyed that. Great to see you all. Enjoy using your air fryer, and I will see you all soon.